the talents of Lou Morales.
Yeah, ring the fucking bell! Jesus Christ, how tall are you? This fucking guy's a giant. Jesus.
Giant.
God. I saw. Well, first we have a midget, then we have a giant. So, is this thing on? All right, so I've never done comedy. Never. In fact, I'm still not doing comedy. I'm just pretending. Now I can't get the mic to work. Okay, so how the hell does this thing work? There, I better leave it in place. Okay, Merry Christmas. And so, you know, I'm an atheist. That's not a joke, that's a fact. And so, this Christmas stuff, I just never went for it. I mean, I grew up in New York City, where Christmas is a big thing. I mean, it snows in New York, you know? But the thing is, everywhere you go, it's that damn Christmas music. Everywhere, on the radio, in the elevator, in the subway, in the stores. You can't get away from it. But at least in Manhattan, you know, they've got those really nice plate glass windows with all the nice displays. And if you ever want to go to New York City, the best time to go is at Christmas time. Because the thugs don't come out in the cold. It's too cold for the thugs to come out. I mean, I grew up in Spanish Harlem, and there's just really bad people there. So in New York, it gets hot in summer, so everybody's hostile. You're more likely to get mugged in the summer. In the winter, it's too cold, nobody wants to mess with you. Anyway, so I thought I'd come up here and rant about Christmas. Okay, the first thing that bugs me about Christmas is the lies. The lies. Okay, how do they expect children to grow up and be honest? First they tell you, oh, Santa Claus is coming. There's no Santa Claus. Then they say, oh, the Easter Bunny. There's no Easter Bunny. Then they say, oh, the Tooth Fairy. There's no Tooth Fairy. And then they want you to believe in God. How? You've lied to me 3 times and now you want me to believe in that. Never mind. So I'll drop that there. But that's how I feel about religion. It's like a bunch of lies. And since this is the Karman Bar, I can get away with saying stuff like that. So, how did I finally realize that Santa Claus didn't exist?
What?
You know?
What?
How do children find this out? You know? Well, I found out in a very peculiar manner. This is true story. I don't have to make up jokes. My life is a joke. So, my mother took me to Macy's during Christmas time. And, you know, they have Santa Clauses in the stores. Well, I had to pee. I think I was maybe 8 or 9 years old maybe. And so I went to the bathroom. The thing is, as I'm pissing, I looked and there's a Santa Claus on my left and a Santa Claus on my right, urinating at the same time. And I thought, there's something wrong with this picture. Somebody needs to explain to me what the hell this is, you know. That's when I realized, they've been lying to me. How could there be more than one Santa Claus? All right. So, this Christmas, I just decided to be a jolly guy. And so I bought a lot of presents. I really did. I've wrapped 45 presents so far. It took 3 days to do it. And tomorrow I'm playing Santa Claus for some children. But the one expensive gift that I got for a friend was a toaster oven. Boy, she's going to see this video. I bought her a beautiful toaster oven because she has this beat up 19 years old toaster oven that makes this really weird sound. You know, I thought, I've got to get this woman a new toaster oven. So I bought her this new toaster oven and I went to visit them like last week and there's a brand new toaster oven on the counter. And I went, what the hell is this? You know, who buys appliances before Christmas? You know? And I told her, you know what? I'm going to tell you right now, what I bought you for Christmas is a toaster oven. And it's a lot nicer than this one. Mine has a rotisserie in it and all that. She said, take it back. I kind of like this one that my son bought me. So I took it back. And I'm getting back even with her tomorrow. You know what I'm giving her for Christmas? I told her, I'll take it back and give you the money. It was $50, right? I got 100 rolls of pennies from the bank. It weighs 25 pounds. And I can't wait to see the look on her face when she opens that box. I don't know if that's a joke, it's a fact.
I like it.
Okay, so I lived in San Diego for a number of years, and I got really lucky. I got a job at a company called American Film Technologies. It's a film colorization company. Actually, I worked my way up through the entire company until I got to special effects. And out of 400 artists, there were only 5 people in the special effects department, and I was one of them. And he did so many movies, it's crazy. And they look perfect. They're digital. You can't tell that they were colorized. And so one of the movies I worked on was Miracle on 34th Street. And I also worked on It's a Wonderful Life. It's a great movie, Wonderful Life. And there was a company in Los Angeles called Colorization Inc. They did this thing. Have you ever seen an ugly colorized movie? That's the analog kind, where they have like a green and a brown and maybe, I don't know what other color, and they just they're blobs, and people walk in and out of the blobs, and it looks horrible. So we colorized the Casablanca and It's a Wonderful Life, and we celebrated by playing them on screen side by side. And it was so funny, because our version was perfect. So, for instance, I love this scene. Jimmy Stewart, he walks into a room, and he closes the door. So you're looking at the door, and the other company, they had the handle and all the bracket, chrome, like gold colored. The thing is, when somebody stepped in front of the door, they didn't recolor it. So you see a doorknob on Jimmy Stewart's chest. That's pretty crazy. Ours didn't look like that. I know that's not funny, it's a fact. And it has to do with Christmas. Okay, so what do we do in New York City at Christmas time, other than shoplift? Well, you know how children like to throw snowballs. We put rocks in the snowballs. Honest to God. And so the children on one side of the street and on the other side of the street, we're throwing snowballs at each other, and we have rocks in our snowballs. We're busting windows, we're busting heads. That's New York Christmas. And the crowd goes wild. You know what? That's it. I just wanted to say a few things about Christmas. And I'm actually in a cheerful mood for a change, So, thank you to Karman Bar, and to Mark Shelton, our host, and to all these wonderful people here. The crowd is overwhelming on a Christmas Eve. You'd think these people would have something better to do, but no, hundreds of them came out. I'll turn the camera around and show you. Okay, so thank you, and I'm done.
Nice. Merry Christmas, Lou.
Thank you.